Hey there, my name's Danny Leibrandt, and today I'm with Jonas Olson, who's the CEO and founder of Pest Badger, who is doing over $10 million a year, which is pretty crazy. And today we're gonna be talking all about how to position your pest control company. So a lot of owner-operators, like we were just talking about, they position themselves as kind of the cheap local option, and that works and that's okay, but a lot of these guys aren't profitable, they aren't doing too well. So in this video, we're gonna break down exactly how to position your pest control company and how you can do that the right way and how Jonas has done it for his company. So Jonas, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks. Pleasure being here, man.
Absolutely. So something that you've told me and something we were actually just talking about is it's really non-negotiable to position yourself as a premium service. Why is that?
Kind of like all the things you just said, but I will start off with what you were just saying. So most people get in the industry, they were a technician somewhere else before, they go run their route, they see how much revenue they're doing per route per year, like, oh, I could go do this on my own. That's the evolution of 90% of the industry. They get in the industry and like, well, these are the prices that they were charging, I'm gonna undercut them. But the problem that they're missing is they think like a technician and not like a CEO, right? They have so much value with them being a technician. They know the service like the back of their hand. They're extremely knowledgeable, and people should pay for that service, like pay for that knowledge, I should say. And so going in there with the right mindset of saying, hey, I got to go grow this company versus, hey, I got to go do this tech work. It's hard to grow a company if you're not profitable. So again, most people position themselves as, I'm just a technician, I'm just starting out. I'm going to go take these prices, get an average, either put myself somewhere in the middle or I'm going to put myself at the bottom and I'll call myself affordable pest control because I want to try to undercut everyone. So that's where they position themselves and that's where they go wrong. Where again, I want to position myself as being a premium service in our market.
And you've also mentioned that you guys regularly increase your prices every year, and you actually don't mind losing those bottom 10 to 20% of customers because they can't afford the premium service or don't want it, and those aren't even the customers you want. Can you touch on that more?
Yeah, for sure. It's like in any industry, I should say, like there's always going to be the low hanging fruit. And so those low hanging fruit are people who want a really cheap service. But 9 times out of 10, you bend over backwards for these people. You go above and beyond. They're paying the cheapest amount. You get 1 million callbacks, and they're just a hard customer to deal with. Versus a customer that has the money to spend on ancillary services like this, keep their home protected. They're not thinking about the dollars, they're thinking about, hey, I want to keep my home kids safe. So to them, let's say $250 quarterly is not a big deal. So it's a different type of customer. And then you never hear from that customer or hardly ever hear from that customer. Like, oh, I never heard that customer's name. Like, how long have we been doing it? Oh yeah, we've been servicing them for 5 years. Or we never hear from them at all. Not good, not bad, anything. Just like, they're just happy that it's done with. And that's what those people want.
Hey guys, real quick. If you guys are really looking to grow your pest control company, check out what we do at pestcontrolmillionaires.com.
Yeah, it's the 80-20 rule. That,
for sure.
The top 20% of your customers, you might get 80% of your revenue, and they're also going to be the best and easiest to deal with.
And then there's the 80-20 of that.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it ends up being the 99-1,
for sure,
which is pretty crazy. And those are ultimately the clients you're trying to grab.
Yeah.
And just to kind of recap that, it seems like the smaller companies, they're just taking whatever they can get, right?
They're taking whatever they can get. They're pricing themselves in the middle or below. And again, it's just hard to grow a company. If there's very little to low profit, and at first it's fine because it's just you, right? You're not really paying yourself. You don't have to pay a technician. You don't have to pay a CSR. You don't really have a whole lot of overhead. You have a truck that's your own, some equipment, and you're going to do your services. And at that time, you're making decent money, so it seems. All of a sudden, you have to transition from that to now we're getting more people, and now you got to go pay someone. And what you realize quickly is that you don't have enough money at the end of the service to cover the cost of all the extra expense. So like that's the second truck, the second equipment, that's more product, that's labor now, right? And taxes and overhead, just all the things. And now, you have CRM things to pay for to keep track of second employee. So all that to say, like, it's hard to grow a company, hard to hire another technician if you can't afford it. If you look in almost all markets, you take the best company in that service industry, whether it be plumbing, HVAC, lawn care, for whatever, or pest control, the best companies that are the biggest are also charging the most.
Dang, really? And just like touch on that more of like,
because like, again, they typically know what they're doing. They know how to value their service. They know what their break-even point is. They know what their profit is on each job. They have the nicest trucks. They have the best skilled technicians. They're attracting, recruiting really good technicians because they can pay more. It's hard to do all these things if you're barely making any money on a job.
Yeah.
And again, going back to the whole, like, talk about branding, like now you're positioning yourself as a premium service. Our customers want a nice looking truck in their yard. They don't want pest control to begin with. They don't want a pest control truck in front of them because they think, oh, what is this person thinking about me? They probably think that I have bed bugs or something, right? Is what they're thinking. So they don't want your truck there. But if they're going to have a truck there, they want to have a nice, clean, professionally looking branded wrapped truck that looks super dope in your yard. That like, hey, I'm using this company. They're super awesome. I can afford these people.
Yeah. No, and that kind of ties into their reputation with their neighbors.
For sure.
The people that they see, like you, and like everyone kind of wants status. If you have like a random truck, or it's this like weird kind of bad company, maybe you've heard bad things about, and you have that truck in your yard, like people are actually going to think less of you.
For sure.
So you want to, okay, so basically we've established it's clear that you want to be that premium service company. Now, you've already touched on this. We've even talked about this in other videos, but like how exactly, like what are the different components? Do we need to have a great website or truck or mascot? Is it everything?
Yeah, I think that's great. And again, I'm going to bring up Dan Antonelli on this one. And I loved it because all the people that listen to my podcast, all the people that consume my content, always hears me talking about the marketing wheel. How every little spoke is part of your wheel. And if you have a few spokes missing, it's just not going to be as easy to roll. What Dan said in his book, though, that I loved, was that your brand is the hubcap. And I loved it. And I'll never forget that. So that's something that I love. So your brand is in the middle of the hubcap, and the brand revolves around all your marketing, or all your marketing revolves around your entire brand. So I really like that aspect. So it's not, to answer your question, it's just not one thing. It's all those things have to be working perfect to get that wheel to spin. It's like pushing a boulder down the hill. It's super hard to push at first, but then once you get some momentum going, your wheels are all spinning, and then all of a sudden starts going downhill, it's hard to stop that train now.
Absolutely. And is there anything that sticks out in particular? Like, would you say, like, you have to have amazing trucks, have to have a solid website, have to have like good uniforms? Like, what are things that is a must for pest control companies?
Yeah, I think all the things that you just said is, for me, is a non-negotiable. We have to have a killer website. It has to look good. It's got to match our brand. It's got to match our character. Like, we went for like the cartoonish effect. So like it matches our buggy. There's like fences on there that look like characters from like shows like kid shows, like cartoons. That's what we went after, to be more friendly and kid friendly and things like that. So all those things are non-negotiables. And then for us is like setting our tagline. So we have this buggy thing, sets us apart. Now what's our tagline going to be? And so what's something that's short and concise that people know what you're doing without even knowing what your company is? And our tagline on all of our trucks and everything says, have a pest-free day.
How did you come up with that?
I didn't. So, in fact, one of my guys, Tyler, they've been working with for a couple of years, he actually came up with the idea and had it on his truck. And I'm like, I love that so much because it's exactly what we wanted. And so, like, you talk to our technicians, as soon as they leave, that's the first thing or last thing they're going to say, have a pest-free day. You talk to our CSRs and you call them, that's what they're going to end with, have a pest-free day. We use it across messaging for everything. And marketing, everything says the same thing.
Love that. And that almost positions you guys as just like kind of happy, kind of almost even fun, like, hey, have a pest-free day.
Yeah,
like, it's just
every single person that hears it laughs.
Yeah, right.
But it's our tagline. It's like, I know, like, I'm from Wisconsin, so like this quick trip thing's like here, right? Like, not a lot of quick trips around the world, but I think every time they say a quick trip when you leave is like, I'll see you next time. Every single employee. And so why do they do that? Because they plan on seeing you again at some point. They know you're coming back.
Dang.
So ours, like, we use that same model. Now it's have a pest-free day. So every time we show up, they know they're gonna have a pest-free day.
That's so good. I love that. Well, I think we covered everything regarding positioning and messaging. I think this was really valuable. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Jonas.
Of course, anytime.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I know that we really appreciate you guys taking the time with us here. If you guys have any questions, comments, make sure to throw them in the comment section below. And if you found this valuable, make sure to like and subscribe and to share with your friends who maybe own a service business themselves. Again, our goal here is to provide as much value to you guys as possible. Also, if you guys are really looking to grow your business, make sure to check out our website at pestcontrolmillionaires.com. We'll have the link below in the bio, and we'll also have a free school group for you guys to check out. So thanks for watching.